When the shadow from the solar eclipse passes over the vineyards in Essex County next Monday, lots of people will be gathered together, sipping on glasses of wine. A number of wineries are throwing parties. We have two guests joining us now to tell us about what's planned. Tom O'Brien is the owner of Cooper's Hawk Vineyard near Harrow. He's also the director with Tourism Windsor Essex Peely Island. He's in our studio. Good morning.
Good morning, Amy.
And Steve Mitchell is with Sprucewood Shores Estate Winery, which is not far from Holiday Beach, and he's joining us on the phone. Good morning.
Good morning, Amy.
So let's start with you, Tom. What do you think when you realize that this total eclipse will be passing over your vineyard?
Well, actually, the first thought was, why don't we have a little party? And a lot of my staff said, oh, nobody's going to come out to it. And I cannot believe the response to people. So we now have over 230 people booked to come out and have lunch and have wine and have popcorn and show the event. And I'm just really, really excited about this.
250 people.
Yep.
That sounds like a lot. What about you, Steve? Did you get a similar response?
We have our ticketed portion of the event, meaning all of our patios that are outside. All that seating has all been booked, so we're officially sold out for our ticketed event. However, we do have a nice big property, and we have a lot of picnic tables that we've got out available. So for anyone who is unable to get a ticket, we do have more space. And even, with all that extra space, if you want to be extra safe, you could just bring a chair, too. So we do have available to come to you, and we do have extra glasses as well.
Wine glasses and face glasses?
ISO certified.
Oh, yeah. Tom, when did you realize that this was more than just sort of a cool event, that people were really interested in actually going to be coming out?
Well, as you mentioned, I sit on the board of directors of the Tourism Windsor Essex Peely Island, and they started talking about it, and it really didn't become clear to me about how significant this was until about 3 months ago, when there's all kinds of scientific articles about it, all kinds of tourism interests, and it's just people are going to see this as a once-in-a-lifetime. I remember one in the 1960s, and I think I'm going to be gone well before we have the next one in the 44. So it was about 3 months ago. So we, fortunately, Twapi was giving out additional glasses. We were able to take advantage of that, and that allowed us to get up to the number that we have.
Wow. And what's happening Monday at Cooper's Hawk?
So if you come out, our restaurant is open. It's our first day of being open on a Monday. We're pretty much booked, but we still have some overflow room in the vineyard or on the vet patio. With your ticket, you get a pair of glasses, you get a glass of wine, you get some popcorn. We have some beautiful grounds, very large. We have a large hill that people can walk up to, watch the eclipse. We're really keeping our fingers crossed that it's going to be partly sunny at least. And it's just going to be a lot of fun time. At Cooper's Hawk Vineyards, we always work to make sure that people have a very positive experience with the wine, with our servers, and with our property.
When these events are selling out, what does that tell you about the appetite people have for experiencing this at a vineyard?
I think it's positive for us, Amy, because people want to. It's a natural thing, just like making of wine in Essex County in the Epic Wine Country is natural. People get to enjoy, and they can see the vine sitting there right near that grew the grapes that made the wine that they're drinking that day, and they can look up into the skies and they see the sun that gives us all the growth for our grapes in Essex County, and they're going to see it sort of disappear for about 4.5 minutes.
And Steve, have you experienced a sky phenomenon like this before?
Yeah, it reminds me of when I was young. I believe I was probably in grade 5 or 6, somewhere around that range, when the first one for me happened. And I remember being absolutely freaked out and scared because everybody was telling me, don't look at the sun, don't look at the sun. If you look at the sun, you're going to burn your eyeballs out. And so, I remember all that apprehension and fear with it. And, so I was kind of stealing glances at the sun when it happened. I had the glasses on, but that little fear just rang in my head. So I definitely remember it as a experience of apprehension. But that being said, it was definitely cool to look at. And part of the fun is to talk about it afterwards too, right? Everybody starts talking about what it was like and, how unique of a phenomenon it was. So at the end of the day, it was still a good experience.
Hopefully safe to say that this experience will be less traumatic for you. than that one in grade 5.
Absolutely. I don't know. With all these people coming, it could be pretty crazy.
It'll be a different
We're gonna
type
be
of
busy.
drama. Hopefully you like crowds. Now, I want both of you to give us an idea of what wine, this is my question for both of you, what wine do you think would pair best with an Eclipse? Tom, do you want to start?
I'll go first. Because this is a once-in-a-lifetime event, you need to have a wine that's going to be exhilarating, magnificent, and significant, and especially unique to Essex County. And at Cooper's Hawk, that would probably be either our soaring wine, of which I'm leaving you a bottle today, or our Meritage, which is a very heavy blend of red wines that are grown all here in Essex County.
And Steve, what about you? What's your best pairing that you have for an Eclipse?
I feel like my best pairing is going to be something that's going to, match the moment when that sun disappears and the darkness descends, and you're looking for something to really suit the mood. I'm thinking a deep and dark wine, something that's got some extra weight and gravity to it, and I think that our Merlot Reserve would be perfect. It's got lots of dark fruit notes, it's full-bodied, very flavorful, and I think it's something that can just magnify the moment.
Yeah, my mouth watering, and it's 7:20. I haven't had a glass of wine in 7 years, and I'm feeling it. I'm tasting it. The imagery is right there on the tip of my tongue now. Now, we all know that too much alcohol can dull the senses. Will there be a limit to how much you're going to serve to make sure people see and remember seeing?
Absolutely, Amy, because everybody that works in the wine industry is all smart serve certified, so we watch carefully so that people have enough wine to just enjoy themselves and relax, but not too much to cause them some problems or some social issues.
I wonder how many glasses of wine would impede your ability to see through those Eclipse glasses. I put a pair on, you can't see anything. I can't imagine some glasses of wine will help that at all.
I think the wine would make it worse, Amy.
I think you're right.
Well, when you can't see anymore, you have to stop.
This is true. Or the Eclipse is over and you're the only one sitting there still. I'm not sure which. Now, do you have any backup plans in case there's clouds?
Yeah, we have a big hall at the winery. If it's raining, we can bring everybody inside, but it's still going to be fun to be outside because even if there's cloud, it's going to become night. And there's all kinds of animal changes and bird changes, and we have a lot of wildlife and birds at the property. So the backup plan is, hey, you've had a glass of wine, you're with a few hundred people and your friends and family, just have some fun.
Yeah. Steve, what are you looking forward to the most on Monday?
It's been a long time seeing an eclipse again. Obviously, it's been a great day for business. But, just having everyone come out and, enjoy the property and having a really great, fun, busy day.
I grew up on a farm, as we all know, and I would love to be able to be on the farm, to see the eclipse go over the farm fields and the land. I can imagine that gives you goosebumps thinking about as well. Can you take us there, what that will be like for you to see the eclipse go over the vineyard?
Well, it starts slow, start a bit of a haze. I've read some science articles that if there's some late cloud, they'll actually, disappear because there isn't enough heat to keep them as clouds. And I think it will be chilling. You'll actually get some chills up your backbone. The wind will die down, and I think the natural change of that is just going to be exhilarating, Amy.
Yeah, Steve, I think of my father when I do stories like this because there's a connection between a farmer and their land and the natural phenomenon of that alone. And then you have the solar eclipse, another natural phenomenon happening at the same time. Can you take yourself there on Monday, what that's going to be like for you to experience this?
Well, I mean, right now I love being out on the farm. The fact of the matter is, you said it, there is that connection to the land. When you spend time out on the farm, you really get a connection to it. You're growing something. And anyone who has their own plants in their house, and love taking care of them, you understand that. So just being there, seeing, this unique phenomenon happening at the winery, I think is going to be a nice little twist on the usual. And any excuse to be outside for me in the vineyard, honestly, is a great one.
Yeah. Well, we wish you both all the best on Monday, and everyone that comes has a great and exciting time. And hopefully, Steve, I'll be thinking of you. I hope it is less traumatic than when you were grade 5.
I got a good feeling about this. I'm ready.
I think it's safe to say this is going to be a much better eclipse for you. Thank you so much for joining us this morning, Steve, and you as well, Tom.
Thank you, Amy.
Steve Mitchell is with Sprucewood Shores Estate Winery, and Tom O'Brien is the owner of Cooper's Hawk Vineyards. Where do you plan to be around 3 o'clock next Monday afternoon when the total eclipse hits the south shore of Essex County and Chatham-Kent? Text us, let us know, or email us. Text us at 519-984-2051. You can also email us windsor@cbc.ca.